I know I look like a wet dog, so can we just ignore that right now? Hi people, it's Ellie here, and I have my tea, so you know what that means. It's another episode of Tea Time. So for today's tea time, I'm going to be doing the Harry Potter spells tag, and I am super excited, and I know it's not one of my normal tea time videos, but I felt like doing a tag, okay? First up, we have Expecto Patronum, a childhood book connected with good memories, and that is The Old Willis Place by Mary Downing Hahn. I probably read this book 50 times when I was in elementary school because I loved it so much. Mary Downing Hahn used to be, and still is, one of my favorite authors of all time, especially growing up, and her stories were always very interesting to me. I remember I would always go to my local library and go straight to her section of books, and I would try to read every single one, and I absolutely loved them. But this book is the one that really stuck with me. It's just highly recommended. I don't care what age you are, just read it. It's very good. Expelliarmus, a book that took you by surprise. Secrets of My Hollywood Life by Jen Colonita. This is the first book in a long series, and I probably started to read these books in about middle school range, but they're still one of my favorite guilty pleasure books. I think I have every book in the series, and I do read them all, and I probably read this series about 3 times. It was just a very good book, and I quite liked it, and I still recommend it for anyone. Prior Incantato, I think that's how you pronounce it. The last book you read. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I'm actually currently reading this, and I'm nearly done, and I'll probably finish it in the next couple of days. It is very good, and I recommend it, and I cannot wait to pick up Hollow City after I finish this. Alohomora, a book that introduced you to a genre that you hadn't considered before. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. This is one of my favorite all-time books, and I actually read it when it first came out, and I was very iffy about starting it because I've never read a book like this, and boy was it amazing. It's opened up my world to other dystopian series, and I thank it very much for that. Ridiculous, a funny book you've read. This book was very hard to choose since I don't read many funny books, but I decided on All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulcombe. I read this book my senior year of high school, and I absolutely loved it. It's pretty much a book of short stories that all have very simple moral lessons that you should have known in kindergarten, but hold true through your whole life. Very good, very funny moments. Highly recommended. Sonorous, a book you think everyone should read. Without a doubt, that would be The Maze Runner by James Dashner. This book changed my life, and I am so happy I read it, and I absolutely recommend every single one of you to read it. Just go read it. Whether you think it sounds good or not, just read it and it will change your life. Obliviate, a book you'd like to forget reading. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. But wait, not for bad reasons. I'd want to forget reading this just so I can read it again for the first time, because at the moment it is one of my favorite books of all time. Highly, highly recommended. Go read it. I almost said watch it. You can't watch it. It's a book. Imperio, a book you had to read for school. The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. And I like this book, kind of, but it severely reminded me of Alice in Wonderland meets Wizard of Oz. That pretty much sums this book up. Crucio, a book that was painful to read. I'm gonna break the rules a bit and say this trilogy. I really did not like this trilogy at all. And finally, Avada Kedavra, a book that could kill. Interpret as you will. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, for obvious reasons considering it's about a suicide. Anyway, that's it for this tea time. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and that's it. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you tomorrow for a new VEDA vlog. Bye! And now I have to pick up all those books.